What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be looking at Kingpad. Now, will this be the future of gaming IGOs? Will this 1000 quadrillion X? We're about to find out. Stay tuned. Kingpad is a gaming launchpad that instead of IDOs launches IGOs, initial gaming offering. We don't know who is exactly behind this project. Some sources say it is being brought to you by Eclipse, the same guy that made Memepad. But we don't know. We don't have a white paper, we don't have a team, we don't have an about page. Some sources say that it's Eclipse, some sources say that it's someone else. We simply don't know at the time of recording this. But if it is Eclipse, he would be known for his smooth launches, or at least that is what he has shown in Memepad. Now, long has the gaming industry been very popular, but it is only recently that the blockchain and crypto gaming has been a bit of a thing. Will this be the future? Of course, we cannot tell. We're going to go and look at this launchpad that definitely does think that IGOs are the future. What do you guys think? Let it be known down below in the comments. But for now, let's go ahead and look at the launchpad of today. So Kingpad, the first observation that I'm going to make, you guys, is that this is obviously Clash Royale. For those of you who don't know, I'll let a quick screenshot in the video right now. This is how Clash Royale looks, and they kind of just copy pasted, I would almost say, the designs. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's bad. You see it more often with tier 3 launchpads, but it is worth mentioning that they just kind of took it, and this is not a custom design. This is from Clash Royale. The same can be said about the logo. They used the same type of font, very cartoonish font. They used the crowns, which you earn if you play Clash Royale. You'll know what I mean. So it's not really a unique design. Doesn't mean that I don't like it. I do think it looks cool, but yeah, it is worth pointing out that that is not necessarily a unique design. It is from Clash Royale. Then of course we see here exclusively on Binance Smart Chain and Pancake Swap, which is fine. That's perfect. Then over here we see their games. Our Kingpad recruiting team has an extensive due diligence. Guys, I'm so bad at pronouncing things, I'm so sorry. Ensuring a smooth and successful game launch every time. So that's also what we talked about in the beginning a little bit. Over here at the games, obviously the most important part of this launchpad, because all of their games are their IGOs, which you probably will know as IDOs in other launchpads. We can see here currently they have live Penguin cards, which we're going to get into a little bit. They have 2 projects upcoming, which is Anido Legends and Godland. They look a little bit I'm not very bullish on these projects per se. I am bullish on Penguin cards. We'll get to that in a bit. And then they have a bunch of past launches. Now we'll get to those soon enough. I want to start actually with Penguin cards, which is their current project. Very bullish on this project. Like I said, it is kind of a Mario Kart type of idea. Let's move over to their website. As we can see over here, it is exactly like Mario Kart, so that you'll just be racing around using abilities and stuff like that, right? You know the principle, you know how it goes. But of course now it is a crypto NFT based game, so you are going to be playing to earn NFT drops, which you can then use and trade for money to earn. So buy, sell, and collect is what they say. The things you earn and buy in Penguin cards are your own. So you can, in Penguin cards, you can earn money by actively playing, so playing and earning the NFTs, or you can simply be a collector or stake your tokens. So there's a lot of ways to actually earn money with this. A lot of people are very bullish on the NFTs, which does have good reason. I mean, the NFTs look really, really good, and the team behind them has put a lot of effort in them. They are also partnered with some pretty big names. I don't even have to point out that a lot of these names are big, are well known. So this is why I said I'm very bullish on them. The NFTs look good, the website looks good, the game looks good. They're partnered with very well-known brands, and on their Twitter they're very active. They work on their project a lot, and I love their NFT style. So a bullish project, so that is good to see that Kingpad is working on this right now. I am not very bullish, however, on, for instance, Soul Reborn. This is also one of their past launches, and Soul Reborn has just been kind of a very sketchy project, if you ask me. Again, before we continue with the video, I always do a quick break halfway where I say that none of this is financial advice. So please keep in mind that we're just doing an overview, and whenever we look at Launchpad's coins or whatever, it is just an overview. All right, let's continue. So Soul Reborn has some controversy, actually. The Twitter looks pretty legit, right? Over here, pretty legit. We see 66,000 followers, pretty good. They're located in Singapore. All right, that's fine. And they have joined on April 2009. All right, well, if you see this, the first thing I would think is great, awesome, looks good, looks legit, big company, game, awesome, right? But if you take a look at their tweets, they don't really have any interaction. 2 likes on 1 tweet. We go further, 0 likes, and pretty big ratio as well. And, well, here you see it already. Soul Reborn is a shameless NFT scam built on lies and theft. You smell like poop. And that is essentially what I was going to be talking about as well, because Soul Reborn has an insane amount of controversy surrounding it. Obviously, this account seems fake, right? It doesn't have any traction. Everyone is saying that it's a scam. Their website doesn't work. I don't even want to click on it without my VPN on because I don't know what they'll do with it. I don't trust it personally, right? So it looks very, very sketchy. What they're supposed to be is a P2E MMORPG game, and I'll show you a little bit of footage on the screen right now, and it looks pretty nice, but so Lion Games actually threatened to sue Soul Reborn because they claim that they stole their identity, stole their game, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of controversy, a lot of lawsuits. But of course, the big question here is what was Kingspad's response to this? Because if we go over here, we see that this was one of their past launches and that it was completed. Did Kingpad say anything about it? How did they deal with this? Why did they launch it in the first place if it was a known scam, or at least very likely a scam? Well, they haven't really said anything about it, or at least not publicly on their Twitter. They are just promoting the launch of the IGO. They're giving information about it. We are pleased to share Kingpad mini IGO calendar. They don't really give anything about it. They don't say, hey, sorry guys, this was a bad IGO. This wasn't really, or hey, we're helping you guys out or whatever. Nothing, right? So, I don't know. I couldn't find anything. Again, please let me know in the comments if they did put a message out, maybe on their Telegram, but I haven't seen anything. So Soul Reborn was not a good project in my opinion. Kingpad did not say anything about it, and that is all that I could gather thus far. Alright, enough about their games though. Now let's go over to their website again, and here we see introducing the Goblin Guild. Now, the Goblin Guild allows crown holders to participate and play in launched games without requirements to purchase NFTs in-game assets. Or in-game assets, sorry. They say that it's coming soon in 2022. Haven't seen any recent updates on this, though it is a pretty cool initiative if they actually get it to launch. But of course, it's already 2022. It is June, and we still don't have any recent updates on it, and it's still not there. So if it works out, cool, would be really awesome. But thus far, it's not launched yet. Then taking a look at the tiers, Goblin tier for 50 crowns with a pool weight of 1 and a guaranteed allocation. Knight with a staking requirement of 250 crown, pool weight 10 and guaranteed allocation, yes. And then the biggest one, King, at 1500 crown, pool weight 100 and a guaranteed allocation, yes. First two things that I'm noticing. First of all, every tier has a guaranteed allocation. That's very nice. I like that. Secondly, the most expensive tier is very cheap, 1500. That is cheaper than most launchpads have their most expensive tier. That I can definitely say. In fact, if we go over to the CoinGecko, we can see that currently Kingpad Crown is going for 9 cents, which means that if we do 9 cents times 50, which would be the first tier, you're only paying $4.5 for the first Goblin tier, which is very little. It's essentially nothing. We can do the same calculation for the other tiers real quick. Let's say 0.09 times 250, which would be the silver tier, like the middle tier, and we would talk about $22.5 for a night. 1500 times 0.09 is $135. So that is the amount of money you'll be paying for the most expensive tier, and you're not even paying $5 for the lowest tier. Very cheap. That is certainly something that I'm noticing as a positive, together with, of course, the guaranteed allocations, which is also a good positive. Moving over to the tokenomics, we see crown staking rewards at 45%, ecosystem funds at 24%, the team at 20%. That is very large for a team. Advisors at 9%, and initial liquidity at 2%. Looks pretty normal. Of course, the team 20%. It's I wouldn't necessarily say it's high, but it is something worth mentioning. But yeah, definitely pause the video if you want to take a better look at it. But that is it for the tokenomics. The tokenomics said for success, 50 million crown total supply. Good to know. This is basically the end of the website. Here they have an option for you to submit your own game. Obviously, I don't have my own game, so I'm not going to get into that too much. But yeah, what my takeaway is here, that we don't really have any information about the team. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that it's bad. I am simply stating that I don't find a team. There's no white paper. There's no roadmap. I don't know who's the creator of this Launchpad. I don't know who's the people working behind it. And I really appreciate knowing that. It is, for me at least, very important. But I always encourage everyone to know who is behind a project if they are willing to actually seriously invest in it. Of course, not financial advice, nor am I necessarily giving an opinion, but I couldn't find it, and that is worth mentioning. Now, let's take a quick look at the token. So like I said earlier, currently it's trading for around 9 cents, which is not out of the ordinary, especially not in this market. What is a little bit out of the ordinary is, what we can see is that this coin has some strange movements, as in suddenly dropping a lot in value or suddenly increasing a lot in value. And if we look at the overall time scale, for instance here on Wednesday, the 20th of April, the price dropped from $130 to 30 cents, and it did that essentially overnight. It's not the first time that happened. From Wednesday 5th of January to the 6th of January, the coin dropped from 541 all the way down to 469 overnight, and it did that a bunch of times. Now, why exactly is this happening? I am not sure, but this is worth pointing out. If we move over to BSC scan, what we can see, of course, it is being transferred relatively frequently, which is a positive thing. But more interesting, if we go to holders, we see that there is, 45 million is being held by one wallet. That is 90%. All right, that's 90% of all of it by one wallet. Very, very strange to see, but it gets even more interesting. If we click on the wallet, we can see that the value is at $0. Meaning, well, actually, I'm not sure exactly what it means, but it means likely that it's not staked. The tokens are not in circulation yet. Does this mean that it is being held by the team wallet, right? By the organizers, the creators, that they have it in their own wallet on purpose, that they don't have it in circulation on purpose? Or is it something else? I would not be able to fully explain that to you because I don't know myself. But if you guys have an idea or a suggestion, please go down to the comments and let's have a discussion and let's try and find some answers to this. But I definitely thought it was interesting to look at. Then there is another announcement that they have a partnership with MetaWonder. Now, you guys are probably aware with MetaWonder, and they're tweeting Partnership announcement. MetaWonder is excited to present our latest partnership with Kingpad Co. Kingpad Co. Kingpad is a state-of-the-art IDO platform that helps new games to launch their project successfully into space. We know that, right? What is interesting is this whole partnership. Now let's take a look if we see any reactions to it. Thus far, it seems like everyone is just kind of nice with it. They like the project. They agree with it. They think it's amazing. They think it's nice. So people are, or at least seem to be bullish about Kingpad. So that is good to see. And this has been quite, not necessarily super recently. It's been the 10th of March, but at least in 2022, something happened. Now let's go actually, while we're on this note anyways, and look at their Twitter activity. If we move over to Kingpad, what I can see is that they haven't really been active since March. So March the 20th, March the 20th, and March the 19th. So around March and before then, they have been very active on Twitter. But lately, for the past couple of months, they haven't actually posted anything new on their Twitter. Of course, they have a project going right now, but it has been a project that has already been around since March. So no super recent IGOs, no recent tweets or announced partnerships. And that is something that is worth pointing out, in my opinion. It does show that for whatever reason, they are going, they're taking it a bit more easy nowadays. Now, of course, we're in a bear market, right? It's a lot of stuff happening, not a lot of projects who have the possibility to really skyrocket, launch, and be bullish. But still, it is still worth pointing out that there is very little activity from coming from Kingpad. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like on the video. Join our Discord for the ultimate crypto experience, I would say. Chat with other like-minded people, be up to date of all of our newest tweets, YouTube videos, and more. And definitely leave a comment down below talking about Kingpad. What do you think about it? I'm very curious. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I see you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao.